Let me quote a fellow African. If you help enough people, you yourself won't need help.
Kenya has hosted refugees for 3 decades now. So imagine a young person who was born here and he has 20 something or that years, but he still face these minor challenges. So how do they feel? So that's why Shilika Plan is a good initiative, according to me, but I will really confirm it once it was implemented, because plans and documents, they are sweet, they are beautiful, but the implementation is what tells us that really this initiative was good. So we are all brothers, we can help each other. There is what I can help my fellow Kenyans, there's what they can help me. Here we live in Kenyans' houses, we go to towns by matatus, owned by Kenyans. We shop to the supermarket owned by Kenya. Do we contribute to the economy of our country one way or another? So that's why also we request the company, and this has to be generally to all African countries, because see, when a refugee is resettled to a third-party country like Western countries, if we can say, they live at only 3 months. They live their full life. Like in America, what they say, you can't be it's a president. You can't learn for a presidential. But any other dream and ambition you have, you can achieve.
You become a citizen.
Imagine you live in an African country for years, you still face small challenges, and you go to another country. So African countries have to change the way. And they are people. We are Africans. So there are a lot that needs to be done. So we are brothers with my brother here and Global Achievers 254 and Botopla. Let's bring our ideas, our creativity, our innovative, and help the community without looking to your tribe, without looking your country or whatever. Let's bring our energy together and make a big impact together. Thank you so much.
That's beautiful.
The way we view a fellow human being is very important. The way we view another fellow human being.
I am Annie Tumbi, and today we're going to untangle something very beautiful between Kenyans and, should I give the specific country? No. There are many of them, so I'll say Kenyans and our beautiful refugees. Let Eric introduce himself and my friend Ngatia.
Thank you so much, Miss Itumbi. As you said, my name is Eric Museveni Rugambwa. I'm from Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. That's my country of origin, but I live here in Kenya as a refugee. I think that's enough. Maybe if you ask what do you do, or I can do the same. Okay, so I stay in Kasarani, in Nairobi, to be specific. And also what I do many things. I do music, I do freelancing, I'm a reader, I run a community center that empowers people to achieve their dreams. So in short, that's what I do.
So basically what you do is more of a community
community-centered activities.
Okay, we'll let Ngati introduce himself. Continue.
So my name is Ashton Ngati Anjogu. For this forum, I'm a Kenyan, but basically I'm an African, as you can see, which is obvious. In this forum, I will speak for Global Achievers, of which I am the coordinator, the general coordinator, at times the spokesperson. So what we do is basically just identifying from a human perspective what are the capabilities and the abilities one has, so that we can connect them to the right channels. So basically that's what we do. I also do a lot of things personally, but majorly we usually do events and dialogues so that we can identify these things. So there are so many things. So there is career-wise, there is talent, there is entertainment, there's a whole broad of a lot. There's a lot of things. There's a broad scope where we can go into. So basically, that's just the introduction.
Impressive. I know today it's all about Mr. Ngatia and Mr. Eric, but then I'll also want to do a brief introduction on what I do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start by saying I'm a youth volunteer at the One Stop Youth Center, which is a government, it's a government institution. Besides that, I am a member and a trainer at Hope Program, where we help people define their purpose and help them grow through their purpose. So from there, we're going to start.
Okay,
our
thank
talk
you so
today.
thank you so much.
Well, I am first going to. I would love to know what
Botopla.
Yeah, the name. Yes, I would love to know more about it, its origin, and what it's all about.
In short, Botopla, it's connected to my purpose of living here on earth. Like why everyone has a purpose. God created a man for a purpose. Everyone has a purpose, godly purpose. It's up to a person to know what is that purpose. And we are living here for a certain, if I can say, a duration. We will not live here permanently. Even trees, like I was to say, like trees. Even trees, sometimes they cut them, they eat them into fire, they end. So if you know your purpose and you know you are not living here maybe like stones, so you will know what I'm doing, what I have to do with this short time, because we live very short time. So Botopla is connected to my purpose of living. Number one, Botopla, what the word means, because it's an English word. Many people ask, is it
Is it an actual word?
where
It's
it
an
comes? But it's an abbreviation of the word born to praise.
Wow.
That's
Born
what
to praise.
that's what the word means. So it means whatever I do it as a mandate of why God created me here on earth. That's what I try to. Maybe it doesn't fixed or feature the way I would like it because of different reasons, but I try to merge to that extent whatever you do here on earth.
From my understanding, I understand that you're a self-taught producer.
Okay.
Music.
Yeah, music. What I do, I play instrument, and also I have been in the music industry for years. I can do some other stuff, but not most. I don't do production as you are saying, but I have set up a studio.
Okay, I'm
that
asking
helps.
because of the name Born to Praise.
Born to Praise.
Yes. What exactly
I like
praise
arts. I like arts, but also not praise. Like, in music we say worship and praise.
Yes.
Not in that angle. Praise is doing what praises God, according to my definition. So not necessarily in terms of how people define praise is and worship. That angle, not necessarily that angle. So whatever you do, that helps, because God said you can't say you love God if you don't love the person who he's close to, or your neighbor, as you said. So it means whatever I do, and I do it to humanity, I'm doing it to God.
So praise in this context is about serving the community.
Serving people.
Makes sense. So born.
Like I am an ambassador of God here on earth. What God loves, you love your neighbor, you help your neighbor, you help them to maximize or to achieve what God created them. That's why also, as my brother said, what they do is to try and look the ability people have. We have a lot. God created us with a lot of potential. So are we utilizing that potential, or it's sleeping? So I try to make sure people understand why they are living here, the great potential God given them. Either are they using it or not? So what can I do to help them maximize or utilize that potential and live a purposeful life? That's it.
Wow, I love the fact that you're purpose oriented, and you're not here to make people do things that
Yeah.
We are not forcing something on
No, no, no.
people. It's all driven by purpose.
Kabisa.
That's impressive. Tungatia, I would love to know more about Global Achievers 254. If you can take us through.
So basically, we did start last year, but the background of this whole thing culminates from, I think, a lot of things that you go through in life. So basically, this is what happened. I personally I have studied a degree in lands. So I have worked for the county for around 3 times. I've worked for an NGO. Right now I'm doing my own businesses. So when I went to the center that you're talking about, when I was referred to, because I've worked in the county for 3 different departments. So when I was referred to One Stop, and I had done events for almost, when I came back from Nakuru, that is 2019. So when they saw my work, they sent me there. So
One Stop?
yes, I was sent there. So when I went there, I met a couple of people, and we decided to found Global Achievers. That is last year around. We started discussion maybe from February, March there. So that is where we decided to start it.
What were you covering?
So the first thing that we did was to create a hangout that occurred in the CBD at One Stop. So we did the first hangout. We referred people to studios. If they are dancers, they showcase their talents. We also identify models, such things. And also with the basic design comes from purpose. That is why when I hear my brother speak, and when also when you speak, it shows the angle that we are all looking at, because it is the essence of life. It is the essence of life. So there is no reason to go through life just like that. Our experiences in life can show you. Our brother here can tell you, given that he's a refugee, the way he has undergone things is different from the way we have undergone things. Our education structure, when you go through, even career-wise, when you go through all these things, we need to identify that what we do is specifically, we try to dive as deep as we can to specifics, so that we can understand what exactly makes this particular person move in that particular direction. So that we can, our work is not to give them a conclusive idea that this is your career. No. Us is just to point you to the direction.
Guiding them.
Yes.
Okay. That's impressive, from Global Achievers 254 and
Botopla.
Botopra. Yes, I've gotten it. Thank you. You see, when this all comes together, we like the Great Rift Valley, where it's split, yes, but then it forms a beautiful landscape.
Yeah.
Do you all agree? Yes. So from all I understand is you're all anchored in a mutual thing, and that is purpose. You would want the youth of Kenya to have a purpose in doing whatever they're doing, and you present the platform for that. You would want our fellow brothers and sisters who are refugees to have a platform where they can be themselves and serve with a purpose.
Even Kenyans, even other
You accommodate Kenyans?
even other people from other countries of Africa. Not any a human being. As long as you feel the cause or the what we are up to, and you feel you can be part of it, no one is limited. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Nice. So I would want to know, wewe kama Botopra na Global Achievers, how did you come to know Global Achievers? Because both of you are doing impressive activities in their communities. I would love to know mlijuania wapi. Yes, can you take us through that?
Okay, I used also to come to One Stop Youth Center, the county youth office, if I think just one. So I used to come there because also they have a space when we want to meet people from different direction of this beautiful
Nairobi.
country, not even Nairobi,
Kenya.
Kajiado, like people coming from Kitengela, others from Rongai, others from Umoja, like, you know, Nairobi CBD is the center for all over to meet. And most of the time, you are looking where can the easiest space you can meet, because we know the one-stop center, it's a youth space, so we say we are youth, and also we are also in one way we are Kenyans, because we live in Kenya. We learned, like, we contribute in Kenyan economy in one way or else. So we can also, or we have to also access the facilities that is in Kenya. So that's how we get to know the one-stop youth center. And as we loved that the readers of that space, they are also looking how to engage refugees to feel you are welcome. You can access this space as any Kenyan biology.
Well.
Yeah, they did, because they had given us the space. We have done our meeting. That time I met the chairperson of Global Achievers 254, who is Shabil. That's where we met. As you said, some people they come. I don't know if it's an internship. What do you guys? Because they say he was referred to one-stop center. Maybe I don't know what you come to do, and you stay there for a determined time. Then you go back. Other group comes. Maybe you can tell me what you guys came to do there. If it's an internship, if it's a it's an internship. Yeah. So that's when I met the team, Shabil and their cohorts. So they joined us in the meeting during that day. They were trying to see these guys, what I did.
Did you like
so like learning? Yeah, they were just joining us like to learn from this group. That's when I met Shabil. We interacted, and he saw how I speak from the determination, like, and what I believe. What I believe, I don't hide. I speak it and I stand with it till it come to a reality. So that's why I met him. We interacted. We keep, after that meeting, we keep interacting. We kept in touch. I visited where he came from, the other side of Kikuyu. Kino. I went to his place. He invited me. They were starting some things. I came. I saw you guys. These are so like if I can say, he even say himself that I am the one who inspired him to be in this community stuff. I told them, you guys, you might have degrees, school, you have done your school, you've graduated, you have degrees and whatever, but helping people will take you far than going just in an office and make money for yourself or for your family. So even you can do that, but what are you doing to help people, the community at large? So that's how we get to know with their chairperson, and also that's how you get to know Ngatia through the chairperson. And also we are looking together how we can work, collaborate to make, two people are better than one.
True.
Yeah.
Two heads are better than one. I can never say it better than you have said it.
Yeah.
And it's actually very impressive how you inspired a local, bearing in mind you're a refugee. The fact that he saw something that he could bring to our society is something really impressive, and we're thankful for that.
And he's doing it your work is focusing around all the sub counties. I think so.
Yeah. So when we began, we started with a hangout. So we identified that these things have been done for years. So we've always done hangouts. People come, they showcase their talents, they go, and then nothing. So we decided to now sit as the board and as the leadership, and we decided
As global?
Yes, as global achievers. So in our internal circle, we decided that the best thing that we can do, because these things have been done repeatedly for years and we are not seeing any changes, let us just initiate a program that can allow not only the youth but people to speak. you see, like global achievers, it's not about particularly Nairobi, but we have decided to collectively take people from various parts of the country. So we start with that, and then now when we associate, because most of us right now are in Nairobi, we decided to partner with a few organizations that enable us to, in fact, starting with Nairobi County and others, Sifa Nairobi, Pamoja Trust. We partnered. After we discussed internally, we discussed with them, and then they came and saw the 2 events we did, whereby the youth came and spoke. So from what we had internally discussed, we came up with dialogues. Because what dialogues do is that we communicate our deepest thoughts. And anyway, from our Bible, we know from the depths of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So we decided that we want people first to speak where we are, because charity begins at home. And we have global ambitions. Let me say that. But we decided to start with our 17 sub-counties in Nairobi, which we've already done. As we speak currently, we've done 2, and we are supposed to actually come to Kasarani, the 3rd one. So we've done Mathare, we've done Dagoretti. Now we're supposed to come to Dagoretti South. So we're supposed to come to Kasarani. So that's how we are just what I would say is we are just trying to get to know first what the youth or even the people think, because I believe these problems are universal.
Yeah, true.
Since I think technology has equally aligned us. If we all can access social media, then it means we're facing the same problems. So we will express the same issues, probably in a different way, but most likely they will obviously link to a single thing. So that is where we start.
And the world has become a small village.
Global
so
village.
We having same issues. It's very easy.
Problems.
It's very easy.
Well, that being said, I would want to know, okay, from a collaborative lens, I would want to know how you as the photographer can work with, are there any plans with global achievers? What's cooking?
Okay, we have not yet reached to the point of publicizing it, but we have started the talk of how we can collaborate, and I can say the great things are ahead. So, but what also I would like to let our viewers know is that we are all Africans. I like what he started mentioning.
As an African.
Yeah, obviously, if you are a Kenyan, you are an African. If you are a Congolese, I'm African. Yes. But what, like, promoting Africanism than any other thing is what I really appreciate. So I would like also to tell fellow Kenyans, despite your country hosting refugees, it doesn't mean we are not brothers. We are brothers. We can help each other. We have a lot to share. If I have inspired their chair, if he was here, he would have said that himself, but he used to tell me most of the time that this talk will not end here. You will also have him. He can speak. But if I can help or inspire in one or another, the chair of Global Achievers and whatever, I don't inspire him while he's a chair, but I think there's a power he brought to the table so that they can maybe form this group. So I have contributed. If someone told you have inspired me, it means I have contributed something. So it means refugees can do or can contribute to the better future, better life of Kenyans in one way or another. Also, Kenyans, if we come together, we can produce a lot. I don't like people who see things in a negative. They don't see the positive aspect of things. We are all brothers. We have resources. We have our cultures are different. They say diversity is beauty. So that's what I would like to say. That we are planning. At this stage, I can't unveil it out to people, but we are. Ngatia knows we started a conversation, and yeah, when things are ready, we'll come to explore it to our viewers, maybe. But there's something I can assure you.
Well, that's said. That's I would want to ask you a question as my fellow countrymate. I would want to know, is there room for refugees in global achievement? I understand you've said it's
Global.
but do you actually accommodate refugees? Or yet?
Yeah, we do. In fact, let me quote a fellow African. If you help enough people, you yourself won't need help. This is somebody you know very well, I'm sure. Nelson Mandela. He said that we as global achievers, we partner with people that we see we have a common ambition.
Good example.
Yes. In fact, in our introductions, it is clear that even as you ask me, as we speak, we are collaborating with Botopra.
Yes.
That is fast. We are also working with, it's called Safer Nairobi Initiative, have also a refugee initiative. Even Pamoja Trust, they do. So when you come to our dialogues, because this is where we begin, when you come to our dialogues, it is quite simple. We don't discuss refugee issues. We don't discuss Kenyan issues. We don't discuss African issues. We don't discuss white issues. We discuss human issues. So that is the foundation that we are anchored in, and that is the ambitions and the visions we have. So we I know maybe the question may even go to, do you accommodate both genders or a few genders? But we accommodate. The bottom line is simple. Do you have a common ambition with us? Simple.
I am noticing that the common, like I had said, is all about serving the community.
Yeah.
Yes, and I would like to ask you, are you well welcomed by the Kenyans when you offer something like this? How was their when you first started, how was it? Was it
When the
welcoming?
first I started the Botopla,
Yes, how was it?
oh, I thought when I was first landed. Okay. So when I first started this
Also, I would want to
initiative,
know when you first landed.
okay, let me
You can
just
briefly take us through.
yeah. So when I first started the initiative, it was not well received, and not even Kenyans, even people from my community. As people who knows the Bible, they says a prophet,
Anakataliwa na watu wao.
it's very difficult, a prophet or to be received at their home or their hometown, if I can say, their city. So it's very difficult. And there are, if on one side I try to understand them, on another side I don't try to understand them. By the way, me, I like to debate, and I try to think both sides. So what do you know why the initiative was not well received at the first point? Because
Please tell me.
because number one, you are a fellow young people, new. Actually, I started Botopla way back in 2016, when I only had 1 year in Kenya. So do you think? And you found many people here who have been here for 7 years. It's like, what are you telling us? You are new. You don't even know the content, whatever. What are you telling us? So it's very challenging. They on that point, they have a reason to maybe ignore. Number two, they were very believing in NGOs. Like NGOs, they have money, they have
Foreign
funds, so
Foreign aid.
they have foreign aids. You are starting out of nothing.
You have nothing.
So what can make us follow or like stand with you in this journey? That was another lesson. Number 3, what I was speaking or I was addressing at that moment, it was like a dream. I was trying to give people, hey guys, I have a dream. Like I say, if I can say, I was saying, I have a dream. I see the challenges, this is how we can handle them. ABCD. So telling someone it's not many people who can see far.
Visualize it. True.
Not many people can try. They see, oh, you have a good ideas, and maybe they can see it can work out, but when? So they choose, if I can say, to distance themselves with what I'm saying. When you know what you want, you can't be discouraged with any perceptions, either people are not getting what you are saying.
True.
You know what you want.
Yes, you stick with that.
You stick with that till I do say, there's a quote I say, if people don't believe you, make sure they live what you tell them. Okay. At the beginning, you can share with someone an idea, but they say, you are joking. This will happen because maybe you have a very big dream.
Yes.
Maybe they can't accommodate at that moment. There are people.
They see it impossible.
There are people who believe what they have seen, and that is not believing. They want to see things already happening. So that's what the major challenge for me, for making the initiative at the starting point to be well received. That's what the challenge. So it was not well received. I struggled I have struggled. Nikafunga mkanda, I said, if they don't believe what I'm saying, I will make sure they will live what I have told them. That's how how the situation was at the beginning.
And it's impressive. We're actually seeing it. We are living in it right now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
No, maybe we are living in it right
Okay,
now.
it's good because you are like confessing by yourself, and people also who are living in this area on this side, 1, 2, 3, 50, 40, 100 can testify that.
Actually,
the
the
initiative.
bike guys know this place, and they're like, "Oh, you're going to this place."
To the studio. Actually, they call it at the studio.
Know it. They told us you should have said tunaenda
Studio.
studio. Yes.
That's what. So if you can start something, and people in the area, even who are not part daily engaging with that, what you do, they only know the space. It's not a joke.
True.
Kwetu wanasemanga kujenga jina si mchezo.
Kujenga jina si mchezo.
Yeah. So that's how it was in the early when I was starting this
Then
initiative.
when it grew, how did they perceive you? Did they start coming, or are they still saying, no, we can't go to that space yet, we might be chased out of the country?
Yeah. According to maybe the expectation, anyone, whenever you do things, you expect. There are expectations.
Yeah,
you expect. And also, according to the number of people who live here, like there is a percentage you expect who will be supposed to join this space and get helped with whatever we do here. It's still low, but up to date. But what I say I better choose one person who know what I can help to achieve than 10 people who just came here just like idling,
spectating,
who don't know exactly what I would choose one person who know that this center can help me to achieve whatever. As we said, I want people who have a purpose, drive in life. That's it. So for me, numbers doesn't bother me too much, but if they come in a number, but understanding what they want, and this can fuel them to push. I can't maybe take you to the destiny we want, but can I take you 1 step or 3 steps ahead to where you are as you move towards to achieve your dreams. That's it.
And so far, can you say, obviously you had a manifesto when you started all of this. How is it so far? And can it accommodate? Yes, I understand you're working together with them, but was it in your initial plan alongside the integration of the Nairobi county, city county?
Actually, within coming together, at the community level, refugee and the Kenyans, they live in a harmonious way. We don't have any challenge, because if you can maybe had a chance to turn around this area, Kasarani, you will find people live in harmony. We shop at the Kenyan shops, and they shop at the refugees. Yeah, so we live at a community level. I can say things are good. Maybe where things I do even advocate at the government level, at the humanitarian level. That's where we tell people you need to engage refugees. You need to give them space. You need, actually, whatever you do also has a purpose of shaping the narratives that people have toward refugees. Yeah. There are people who know refugees are poor people. I don't know where they grabbed all that information. It's just a perception. So I try my best, whatever you do, that refugees, they're human being like any other person. They have skills, they have talent, they have other resources. There are people who have money.
They're just away.
So they are what makes them different is like they're away from home, and you are in your home country, if I can say. But
that can happen to
anyone at any time. So that's why I say let's live, engage them, facilitate them to access. In a country there are some opportunities. If you can't afford, life will be difficult for you to live. So if the government can help and engage us, and also I have saw that there is a government initiative called Shirika Plan that was launched recently by the president. By the president, it was launched by the president, His Excellency Dr. William Samuel Ruto, of engaging refugees, integrating refugees in the Kenyan system, where a refugee can. I want, sometimes documents and words are good, but I want to see it implemented, fully implemented. If I have a refugee ID card and I can't register a SIM card line, I can't, nowadays mobile banking system, so I can't use, or I use it under someone else. It's a challenge. So and so can choose one day he blocked my M-Pesa because maybe I have some money there, and he claimed this line is mine. When they go to see who's this line is registered to under who, so he will take. So any things can happen. But if you have an ID and you are given it by the government institution, it should be engaging refugees into economic activities. If a refugee can't even opening a bank account, it's a challenge. So do you think having a loan, like me, I'm a very ambitious young man. I have took you around. Yes, I've tried to give you a picture of what I'm envisioning. So don't you see that if I get money, I can do?
You can do a lot.
A lot. But where do I get money? If opening a bank account for a refugee, I'm saying in general, it's a challenge. So do you think having a loan, will it be easier for them if opening a bank? So we trying to advocate. We are here. We are all our brothers. We are in Kenya. Some, as my brother was telling you back in the camera, he was telling there are people who are born here because Kenya has hosted refugees for 3 decades now. So imagine a young person who was born here and he has 20 something or that years, but he still face these minor challenges. So how do they feel? So that's why Shirika Plan is a good initiative, according to me, but I will really confirm it once it was implemented, because plans and documents, they are sweet, they are beautiful, but the implementation is what tells us that really this initiative was good. So we are all brothers. We can help each other. There is what I can help my fellow Kenyans. There's what they can help me. Here we live in Kenyans' houses. We go to towns by matatus, owned by Kenyans. we shop to the supermarket owned by Kenya. Do we contribute to the economy of our country one way or another? So that's why also we request the company, which, and this has to be generally to all African countries, because see, when a refugee is resettled to a third-party country like Western countries, if we can say, they live at only 3 months. They live their full life. Like in America, what they say, you can't be, it's a president. You can't go learn for a presidential. But any other dream and ambition you have, you can achieve.
You become a citizen.
Imagine you live in an African country for years, you still face small challenges, and you go to another country. So African countries have to change the way, and they are people. We are Africans. So there are a lot that needs to be done. So we are brothers with my brother here and Global Achievers 254 and Botopla. Let's bring our ideas, our creativity, our innovative, and help the community without looking to your tribe, without looking your country and whatever. Let's bring our energy together and make a big impact together. Thank you so much.
That's beautiful. I can actually say wewe ni kioo kwa hii jamii, because you're bringing light to these people and you are a reflection of what Kenya would actually appreciate, to be honest. Because let me just go straight and say it out here. There's a lot of stereotyping going on with refugees, and we would actually appreciate if you people came out here and told us your story.
The real story.
We believe. No, not we believe. There's a story we are told. There's a story we hear. But then you coming out here and telling us, this is my story. We will view you differently. So we'll appreciate you creating more content on who you are, how you intend on living in Kenya. We would actually appreciate you. Not that we don't appreciate you.
But it will enlighten and also give more the light information to many people to understand the refugee, to understand the context of refugees here in Kenya. Actually, that's what I was also trying to go in that line. I had a social media platform, YouTube. I have one in my mother tongue, because also, as I said, charity starts from home. Even in my community, there are things I'm trying to. I can't bring impact to others, maybe leaving behind people from my community. There are also challenges they go through, and I have to offer some help and also idea how we can move as people. But also I had created another one YouTube channel specific for refugees, and also people who are not refugees.
Does
Why?
it have captions? Can I also watch it?
Yeah, it's called Botopla TV with refugees. Why? I wanted their refugees, number one. Even if people kept speaking negative words towards you, if you don't care, if you are not, you don't make attention, it will affect you. So I was trying to tell refugees, if people have branded you like this with this name, don't accept. It should not define you. Let them know who you are.
True.
And you, as I said, understand who you are, why you live on earth, live a purpose-driven life. So I want in that channel, also that channel would serve as a way to let our fellow people and people host. Not social media goes beyond the boundaries of the country.
True.
So to understand the really image of who is a refugee, what they have to change the narrative, and also for Kenyans to understand you live with these fellow brothers. So if they go through this, what can you help?
A year ago, if you would have told me there are refugees who actually live outside the camps, I wouldn't actually understand.
You knew that refugees,
Live in the
their
camps.
home, they are praised to stay in the camps.
Yes. But that is the stereotyping. We would appreciate if all Kenyans understood that.
And as you said, maybe that's the information you had.
Yes,
I
that's
can't
the
even blame
information.
you because that's what you had. If you don't have another information, what to blame? I can't even blame someone who has what I can call fake information until he gets the really or the light information. That's when I can say the person rejected the light information, he remained with fake or wrong information. But as you said, I totally agree with you that there should be more awareness. There should be more like sharing of information about who
Creating
awareness. Refugees are living in Kenya, specific in this part. This is who they are. This is what they have. They can offer also to the development of your country. We are a community together.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Like Maya Angelou said, joy is like air. We all need it. So by doing this, you're creating a certain level of joy that we would really appreciate.
Yeah.
Ngatia, I would want to come to you, and after hearing him speak on refugees, how do you actually feel? How do you think us as Kenyans can incorporate them and make them feel like they're home? Ngatia, assuming you are in DRC, how would you want to be treated? Assuming you're in Rwanda, how would you want it made for you to make you feel like you're at home? What would you advise citizens?
From my research, because I do a lot of research, the refugee problem is not a problem that is centered in Kenya. It is a problem that is global. And that is why you will listen to a lot of things that if you listen to Europe right now, the discussion is the far right are discussing how they will remove, how the jobs have been taken from by migrants and such kind of issues and refugees. But as a global achiever, this is what I would want to say. The way we view a fellow human being is very important. The way we view another fellow human being. For the longest time, and this is why Global Achievers does not like to work with people who we can say their ideas are very old-fashioned. We need to enter the new era of enlightenment. This is what you need to understand. Yes, there is a lot of information. It is as simple as this. You can choose to have them in your fingertips because every single day they are in your face. But also, you can also choose to turn a blind eye and never see anything. That is as simple as it is. You see, when you're working with communities, this is not a pursuit for your own selfish gains. And this is what we need to understand, that we have pursued, this is, I am not ashamed to say this because I've been told even in my own family. And that is why I work for the community. It is a hard job. It is a hard job. That is why you will be completely dismembered from even the family. Even your own community. It doesn't matter. But you need to be very cautious. You need to be very cautious that we have pursued selfish gains for so long that now it looks like it's normal. Our Kenyan system, not only Kenyan, but also if you do a good research on the education systems that are in the world, that's why I prefer self-education, you will find this thing. So long as I'm doing okay with my degree or my master's or whatever I have, so long as my business is doing okay, so long as my family is doing okay, then everybody else can do whatever they like. It is their own problem. That is why when you see people like us trying to pursue, these are not things that are achieved in even years. These are generational things. And people have never understood why community work is the most fulfilling, not money. It is the most fulfilling, yet it is the most challenging. It is not like if you are pursuing a job, it is quite simple. Get the skills apply for a job and you show up every day. That is simple. When you are working for the community, it is today the people that encouraged you yesterday are the people that will discourage you today.
They will throw stones at you.
Yes, because they are not seeing basically what we have done this for 5 years. We've done this for 10 years. Why are the people not changing? Because they lose the real objective, which is for you to live a fulfilling life. It is quite sad. You can even see it in everything that is in the world. You can see it in societies that are growing, in societies that are middle class, in societies that are below there. You can see how dejected these organizations usually are. And when I listen to the conversations that people have, basically, I never lack to hear that. I have examples even in my own country. I have examples outside, like one in Marsabit, where they shoot to score, not shoot to kill. You see, when that lady is opening such a community-based, and in fact, in her community, she's a woman. That is the first challenge. The second challenge is even to access funds. I watched her in KBC, I think 2 years ago, when she was nominated for an African Award. Right now, as you speak, the Premier League funds her right in Marsabit. This is the visions that we need to have. Because most of us just see here. The issue of diversity ensures that life continues. That is why God made different tribes, different races. He didn't make them to compete. It is for you to build on other people's success. This notion worked quite well in not fully 100 well, but it worked to a particular extent in African societies before 1600 there. Before, it did work quite well. That everything was community based. There were no problems in land, there were no problems in leadership, there were no problems in marriage, divorce. Such issues never arose. In fact, there was no term like refugee.
That's why you saying we should go back to our roots.
Exactly. Now, but I have also stated that we need to understand the times that we are in.
Yes,
you cannot carry on. That's why we as global achievers always ensure that these debates are carried on each and every single time. That we understand the century that we are in. I am talking about 1600. We cannot just take we cannot just take every concept from 1600 and copy and paste it to 2020. Yes, to 2025. We cannot do that. What we need to do is, we know the diversity. Even if you sat today with your grandfather, who you are from back in 1600, I'm sure you will have a very awkward conversation. But you'll have a better conversation with me, despite being different tribesmen or race, at this point in time, because things have evolved, things have changed. That is why we are even trying to have conversations with anybody that will listen. That will listen. Because this is in fact the most challenging task you can ever ask for, working with the community. Because this is the most sophisticated generation. In fact, there are others that say that we are the most comfortable, which I don't see. But there are those that say we are the most number one, human beings have always been sophisticated. That is guaranteed. The ambitions of people are quite diverse. Apart from now the way we look, apart from the tribes we come from, apart from the families we emanated from, just looking, because there is nobody who has done the work that I will do in any generation or in the generations to come. So you can understand the mission that we are trying to achieve is so huge that we definitely need others. And that's why we always welcome partners with similar vision. Because we understand that two heads are better than one. So long as they are going in the same
direction.
Yes.
Purpose. That is what I'm taking home. Purpose. You have to know where you're heading. You don't even need to know how I'm going to get there. You just need to know this is what I want. This is how I see it. Yes. There is something I would want to point out from my brother, and that is, you people are like alchemists. You're here to turn your scars into gold. You're here to make the future of those who are following you better and safer for them. You're here to make them feel that I belong without even being in my country. I am here and I belong. And I really appreciate that. That's something really beautiful. And as for the global achievers, the fact that you see those people who are not seen by society, that is something different. And that's what we need right now. We need people who see what is not being seen. Are you aware that if you build someone who is not built by the education system, you're actually building the future? Because why are you working on something that is already written? Why don't you use the authentic you to build a future that can accommodate him the way he is, her the way she is, and them the way they are? That's all we should all work towards. Not what the system says. No, not that Mimi in Kenya should work on being Mkenya. No, I should be able to accommodate everyone without knowing their background or anything of that sort. Well, that said, I would want to give each of you a few minutes so that you can say your last words, what you'd want to see better or what you feel like needs to be shared out.
Okay, thank you. Maybe as we heading to end this conversation, number one, I would like to tell people the world has become a global village. Like a village, like imagine the village where you come from. Everyone has a village in their country where they come from. Ushago. So do you see how people live Ushago? So it means be expectant or be ready to meet people from different countries. That's number one. Number two, for different reasons. Either they are refugees, either they are migrant, either they come for... There might be different factors. Number one. Number two, I would like to urge people, why do you perceive things negatively? Why don't you see the good things these people have, the resources they have, whatever, anything they can offer, even to make your life better? But
you're preaching open-mindedness.
Yeah. Why do people? I wonder. I would like even to approach people who may think negatively. I want to sit. Let's talk. Give them facts. So we don't need to see everything negatively. We see positive. As I said, diversity is beauty. But if you are a Kenyan, I'm a Congolese, what beauty things we see out of it? What can this combination? What can it bring? But I don't see negative, which is negative will never give you any positive outcome. So number three, as maybe I can say main things, but number three, I want to tell refugees who are there, and not even refugees only, anyone who is watching this, there is nothing good in this world than like understanding yourself. There is a song sung by a gospel artist called Snatch. I know who I am.
I know who I am.
That song. There's nothing good to know who you are and know where you are going. Other things just came. It's just very small substance that you may need. Know who you are, where you are going, because as I said, you are born young, but you will die adult. So it means you came from one stage to another stage. So know who you are, what you want to achieve in life, or what other things in the middle, they will be just very simple to you.
Refugee Kenyan, you need to know who you are. That's the point here. Know who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. Ngatia, any last words?
So thank you. First, I'd like to appreciate for Bitopra inviting us to even come and discuss with you. We know you have a busy schedule, but we appreciate that you have decided and implemented that we come and discuss and at least make awareness, because you see the beauty of the world lies in diversity. That is what I'll finish by saying, that we are diverse with a common purpose. We came from our origin really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. To some extent it doesn't. But where you finish is everything. There are communities everywhere in this globe. There are communities everywhere. And that diversity is what sustains them. So let us first be proud of our own. Let us own first our diversity. We are Africans. If you are a certain tribe, you are a certain tribe. You must accept that first. That I come from this place. It is, in fact, it is in line with, it will help you in at least moving forward. Because you'll say, I came from this, but this is where I aim to go. So, thank you.
Wow, this was really educative, because I know most of us out here don't really understand who a refugee is. Like I said, at the beginning of the year, if you would have asked me who is a refugee, I'll refer you to Kakuma, because I honestly don't know. But the fact that you people are willing to let us into your world and see how it is like to walk in your shoes, that's something really impressive. For that, we thank you. For the fact that you are not holding back, saying, hey, Mimi, here I am just a visitor, I am not going to stand out. The fact that you're coming out is something to be admired, and we truly admire it. We see why Shabir saw what he saw, why he initiated this, and it's beautiful. I can't wait to see what the county government will do for the integration part, but I'll really appreciate if it allowed you people to be who you are, without denying you the chance of feeling like you're at home. That's all from us, Ngatia,
Eric.
and Mr. Eric, and myself, Annie, too.